Let's bring in ABC News senior investigative reporter Katherine Faulders now for more. Katherine, the hush money payments happened before Trump was elected president. So how is Trump's team now arguing that his conviction in that case should be thrown out due to presidential immunity?
Yeah, so they're using the Supreme Court ruling to capitalize on all of his criminal cases, and most recently, as you note, the one in Manhattan. Now, of course, we already know that he's been convicted on these 34 counts, but what Trump's team is asking for, they're essentially saying that some of the evidence that was introduced at trial was evidence from when he was president. They're specifically citing a memo from the Office of Government Ethics, for example, tweets from Trump when he was president. They're saying that on the grounds of that, given that those happened when he was in the White House, that the case should be tossed out. Now, they have a shot. It's a long shot. But the most important thing that we're learning is they being Trump's lawyers, have asked for this matter to be briefed before the judge. We know that Trump was scheduled and still is scheduled to be sentenced on the 11th of July. But the interesting development here is that prosecutors in the case don't oppose Trump's request to file paperwork, to file additional briefs on the matter. In fact, prosecutors said, and I'm reading this just in a recent letter that we just obtained, that they are requesting a deadline of July 24th, 2 weeks after Trump requested a deadline to file a response as it relates to this. So given that they don't oppose that, it's likely that this matter, Trump's request, will be briefed before the court. This will most certainly kick that sentencing deadline, I could imagine, into August, Diane.
And, Katherine, a hearing scheduled today in the fake electors case in Arizona. Trump's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, is facing charges there, and he's just been disbarred for his role in attempting to overturn the election. We just got that news in. What are you watching for there, and could that Supreme Court immunity ruling also come into play in this case?
Yeah, we're just learning, as you mentioned, that Giuliani has been disbarred, specifically as it relates to comments that he made about January 6th before lawmakers, to the courts, and the public at large. That's according to a decision handed down just moments ago by the Appellate Division, First Department in New York. So we have that news. Also, as you mentioned, the status conference there in Arizona. I think that at least lawyers for these defendants will try to make the case that this ruling, this Supreme Court ruling, does have an effect on this case, especially because it has to do with fake electors. That was specifically referenced in the Supreme Court opinion. So we'll see how that plays out later today, Diane.
All right, senior investigative reporter Katherine Faulders, thank you.